So I came across this article from CarWow that said it figured out what is the most beautiful cars according to science. How do they do this? They use the golden ratio. Now what is this golden ratio? The golden ratio is a mathematical equation that has been observed in nature and humans copied it, and now it can be found in art and design. To give you an example, Aston Martin claims that they use the golden ratio to help with the design of all their sports cars. Before we get into the actual release list, let's try and make some predictions. Leave 3 cars you think will be in the list in the comments. I personally think there will be a Lambo or 2, a Ferrari, and maybe a McLaren. Oh, and Aston. If they use the golden ratio, there should be at least one Aston Martin on this list. Okay, so let's start the list from number 10 and work forward. So we'll end with the prettiest and we'll start with the 10th most prettiest car. Now, PS, this list is only from 2010 forward, so there will be no old F-Type Jags and beautiful old Ferraris and stuff on this list. It's just modern vehicles, not all the old ones as well. Okay, so number 10, let's do a drum roll. The SsangYong Tivoli XLV. What? How do you start a list of the most beautiful cars with a SsangYong? I mean, SsangYong made this. I wouldn't call the Tivoli pretty, I'm sorry. The arse is ugly, that weird curve on the side just confuses me, and the front is okay, but it's just okay. What do you think? Maybe it's me, maybe I don't have good taste, but I feel that this shouldn't be in the top 10 list. I'm not going to be overly critical about all the cars, but this is really not a pretty car. Okay, number 9. The VW Up, updated one, the newer VW Up. Okay, I see you, the VW Up is a stylish little car. I do like it. Top 10? Nah, but it's really not an ugly car. I feel it would be difficult to make a more beautiful, super small hatch. It's sporty, yet stylish. I do feel it's a little overpriced, but this is a list about beauty, so I can kind of understand why it's here. Number 8, the Seat Leon. The Seat honestly looks a bit boring in my opinion, and the crease on the back reminds me of a muffin top. It's like a little fat roll hanging over the car's rear lights, and the crease in the front doesn't really go anywhere. I'm not a designer, maybe that's why I don't get it, but I truly don't get it. Okay, number 7, the Volkswagen Tiguan. You know what, this list made me realize Volkswagen's cars are actually quite beautiful, and not just from like one view. I mean, the Up looks good from any angle, and so does the Tiguan. And even the cars that aren't on the list, I mean, they managed to make a panel van look good. Good job, VW. Number 6, the Suzuki Swift Sport. So I have mixed feelings about the Swift. The front end looks like an angry hamster, in a good way. It's a tiny little mean car, but the back end looks kinda dopey and daft. I don't know why, but from the back the car feels awkward, something is off. Anyways, you get a Katana edition, which really looks cool. It's got red accents in the grille and a special paint scheme. I like it, and the R still looks weird, but it's done better somehow. Number 5, the Nissan Micra. The new Micra is about 7 quadrillion times better looking than the one that came before it. The old Micra is just hideous, and the one that came before that one is nightmare-inducingly ugly. So Nissan is at least on a good road. Their new cars actually look good. Okay, number 4, the Toyota Corolla. I'm guessing they're talking about the hatch because the sedan is not nice. The Corolla sedan just doesn't work. The nose looks like it came from an anime character that is about to sneeze, and it just feels like the designers couldn't decide if they wanted a round car or sharp, futuristic car. So it's crazy angular in some places and soft and round in other places. But the Corolla hatch does look awesome. It's so sporty, I love it. And I think the fact that there's a drifter that drives one, it makes it cooler. Anyways, number 3, moving into the top 3. I have a feeling it's Lambo time, or maybe a little Pininfarina action. So the first car on top 3 is a Vauxhall. Okay, well I have to say, the Mocha is a stylish little MPV. If I ever wanted to buy a tiny SUV / MPV thing, I would probably buy the Mocha. So I won't bash on the Vauxhall, still wouldn't call it top 10 most beautiful cars, definitely wouldn't put it in the top 3, but it's not an ugly car, it's nice. Number 2, the first generation VW Up. The pre-updated VW Up is still a pretty one, but for me personally the newer one looks better. I like the updated lights. I wonder why the old one is so much higher on the list. It's the same body shape. It's not like they changed it. So why do you think the old one ranked so much better? Okay, we're on to number one. We need a proper drum roll now. It's like a big one and a Chinese bell and all sorts of noises, because this is a big one. Woo! Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. So far, I would have made the list completely different. If I had a top 10 list of the most beautiful cars, this is not the cars that would be on the list. But this isn't about what I think. This is the golden ratio. So this is like scientifically the prettiest cars. Anyways, what do you think is number one? Any predictions? It's the Smart 42. So I wouldn't exactly call the Smart beautiful. It's a cute car, very cute. But stock the Smart just doesn't. It's not beautiful. It's not even pretty. It's just like I can see my girlfriend driving one or my mom. It's not a car I would like. Holy, it's so pretty. Woo! It's really not. But you do get some really cool looking modified versions of the Smart. Brabus makes a beautiful little smart car, but the prices of them are just insane. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. What do you think of the list? Do you agree with the cars on the list? Do you disagree? I personally like the VWs. Like some of the cars I can see, they are pretty, but like top 10, don't think so, right? I'll check you guys in the next one. Check some more list videos of mine. I've got a lot of list videos and stuff. I'll check you guys in the next one. Cheers, I.
On my own, but I don't know why. You hit the road, but you don't